All right, let's move on to Hendrick Motorsports. Are they turning the tide a little bit with this, Chase Elliott's strong run, or can you really put any merit on the Martinsville number 9 finish?
Do you know that this was their only top 5 finish since Kansas of last season?
It's crazy.
It's terrible. I think there's something missing with that group. I think Martinsville is definitely a little bit of a different animal, in particular for Hendrick too, just with that special history for them.
And no arrow this weekend.
Right. So it's, I don't know if you can take a whole lot of stock in Chase Elliott finishing second. While it was impressive, I think there's something missing from that group, because if you look at the rest of Chase's finishes in 2019, he's definitely been the dominant car for that group, so I'm using him as like the standard here. It hasn't been as where it needs to be and where they'd like to be, and I think there's some frustrations going on in that group.
I'm going to agree with you that he's been the dominant car so far this year, obviously, but I'm going to go one step further, and I don't think Martinsville was a fluke. I think the number 9 team has something going on. They're going to get stronger as we go deeper into the season, and I think we're going to see him win a couple races before the regular season's out. I mean, looking at some stats, so the first 6 results of 2018 for the team, Elliott's worst finish was 34th. Okay, this season his worst finish so far is 19th. So they've definitely already started the season way better than they did last year. And I think this second place finish is a product of the number 9 team figuring it out before the other 3 teams at Hendrick.
I think what we're just used to out of the Hendrick camp in years past is that they win, and they win frequently. And I think now their wins are coming to where they're very spaced out. With the exception of Chase getting 3 wins last season, you didn't really hear about them, and it was lucky if they got a top 10 finish. Not to be harsh, but it was.
Right.
So I think a little bit more is expected out of their camp. They're supposed to be up there with the Joe Gibbs, with the Team Penske's, with the Stewart Haas, and they're supposed to be dominating every single week, and they're just not.
Well, I think the overall issue here too is it's not just the Hendrick Chevys.
It's all Chevys.
It's all the Chevys,
Except
and I
Kurt
think
Busch,
I
really.
think that's where a lot of it could be, coming from is maybe that the Chevy camp as a whole hasn't figured everything out yet and hasn't kind of caught up to where Ford was last year and where Toyota was last year. I still think they have a little bit of R&D left to gain in that.